Good morning, good evening, depending on where you are in the world tonight. We're here tonight. The show tonight is about new auditors hitting the streets. What gives them the tools, the trade they need to be able to go out there, do the job that they do. First in the house is Twyla. Twyla always first. Well, not always, but most of the time she's right on the ball. As a matter of fact, sometime this week or next week, we're going to be having a show about moderators. So what it's going to be is only moderators will be on the panel, and I want them to tell what it's like to be a moderator, what they do, what's the responsibility. And again, understand none of these moderators are being paid. These are volunteer people who sit in the chat, monitor the chat, and make sure that the things that come into the chat meet the upstate rate. Thank you, upstate audits. Meet the criteria of what the channel has. I mean, us channels, we have a certain thing that we'll allow, and we tell the moderators what we allow, and they're in there doing their job. So we're going to have a show one night this week or next week where we'll have moderators. So if you're a moderator and you're interested in being on the panel, I don't care if you're from from some other channel, I would love that. If you're from some other channel and you would like to be on the panel, I don't care. You can be on anybody's panel. You can be on people's panel that I don't like. As long as you come in here and you behave yourself, you can come in here and tell. What we're looking at is what it's like being a moderator, what the requirements are, and so forth. Thank you, Upstate Audits, bringing all your people over here. My God, I love it. I get all these people coming in. Mid-Ohio Independent Journalists. Mid-Ohio Independent Journalists. I've got to say that Mid-Ohio, as a lot of you know, was not on good terms with me. And recently we've sat down, hashed out our differences. Mid-Ohio is welcome here now. Mid-Ohio is welcome on the panel now. And I would hope that anybody in the chat in here in this channel would welcome Mid-Ohio. Any differences him and I have had have been worked out, and we'll welcome him. Also with that is Anna and the rest of the AFA crew. Most of everybody in here has always been AFA. We're working and mending fences. Like I said, this is I mean it. Brian, the uniter. We're gonna bring people back together. We're gonna bring people that I don't care if I've driven them away. There's some instances where I've driven people away because of things that I've said or the way I've made people feel welcome. Effie Tuna, it's good to see you back. It's one of my favorite guys. We've worked through our problems, and this is what we need to do, people. The problem that we have cannot stand in the way of the movement that we're here trying to do. I haven't got my new computer yet. I'm waiting for it. It hasn't come yet. It's driving me nuts. Yeah, it's coming, and it's supposed to be some fast, super duper computer, but I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. I probably won't be able to. I'm sure I won't know how to run it, at least for the first 6 months. And I'll have to get tips from people. But, there's been a lot of people that I've irritated, and because, there was a time where I just was concentrated on fighting and taking these people on head on, and it just got to the point where that's not getting us anyplace. We had to do away with that. And what it does is it takes time away from working with these new auditors, like Midwest Transparency. He's a great new auditors in here, starting to make a difference. So we've got Upstate Audits. We've got 420 audits. Used to be known as Lemon Kush 30. he started to do audits. We have a lot of new auditors right now, and they need us to make sure that they're safe in what they're doing and so forth. And so we, there's a lot of things that we should be paying attention to that we haven't been paying attention to, but that's not going to be the case anymore. We're going to be getting things going. KY Packer, I'll give the link out here in a little bit. Tonight's about new auditors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask that the new auditors, if people are auditing, and KY Packer, because you assist people that are auditors, I'd like to have you come up also, because you can tell everybody what it is that you do, how you're able to help auditors, how you're able to put resources together with auditors and so forth, and cop watchers. So I'd like to have you come up also. Let me get to. So for tonight, for the beginning at least, for the first hour, we're going to do this the same way that we did last night. This is going to be our new program. What did I just do? I just did something weird. I don't know what I did. I said post something. Try that link. I think that's going to work. I'll try it again just in case it's not the right one. I hit the wrong button. What was it? Paste. General, how you doing? What is? So we have Midwest Transparency. You can turn your camera off. Yeah, if you want to turn your camera off, Midwest. News Now, Princeton. Can I see your face real quick? Okay, that's fine. You can turn it off now if you'd like. Okay, and we can, if we get a chance, if there's 420 Cop Watch. Can I see your face there? Yep, absolutely.
Only he can see the faces.
If you get a chance, if there's 420 Cop Watch. Can I see your face there? Someone's got an echo. If you could turn that echo off, it'd be great. Now, if there's anybody else in here right now that's new auditors, feel free to come in. Feel free to hit that link. So basically, what I wanted to talk about tonight is we have the OGs. We have the people that have been around a long time, and we had one in here last night, and it's kind of what got me to think about having this show tonight was a simple statement, and he made, and I've made the statement, and a lot of us have made the statement, and that is there is no manual for doing this job. There's no place where you can go to school and learn this. This is something that people learn on their own, and there's no set way to do this. So I think obviously people are starting to do cop watches and so forth. They're learning it somewhere. And I wanted to have you guys come up tonight because you're new. And I want you to tell us where you're finding out the information that you're finding out. And let me tell you why. Every day we have new people grabbing a camera and going out and doing this. And as you guys are finding out now, this is a dangerous job if you don't know what you're doing. And you can get yourself thrown to jail. You can get yourself charges and so forth. So I just want you guys to take your turns selling where you get the information that you get, how you verify the information, and that sort of stuff. So if you would start off with Midwest Transparency, if you wouldn't mind to give us a little bit of background about yourself and what got you involved. My daughter's here to give me a kiss. Good night. Good night. Tell us, what got you started and so forth. Go ahead.
Well, as I explained last night, it was a certain happenstance. Something happened to me. So even before something happened to me, I watched all the big channels. I mean, I just loved it. I mean, I was watching it for at least a year before that, and then the next 3 years, and I just haven't stopped. And I did it so if it's just, I'll be damned if it's what happened to me is going to happen to somebody else. I don't want that to happen. So after years and years of watching these videos and studying, which I always do before I go out anywhere, I am hitting the Google bar for something, checking out statues and US codes. I have a big thick book of shit I've written down that I need to know. And upstate, when I first met him, I only had a few videos out. Upstate was like, go do it. You're doing a good job. And I thought about quitting there for a minute, but for this past 4 months has been great. I've met Preston, Upstate, Cop Watch, even Ottawa. Epic is one of the coolest dudes I've met on here.
Yeah,
And
yeah. As a matter of fact, I was hoping Epic would be here. So if Epic comes in, if one of the mods would ask him to grab the link and jump up here if he comes in. Any new auditor can come up here. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah. And another thing, since I've watched everybody, I have a certain approach with things. I haven't been to the point where a cop would just, push my buttons and go off on them yet. And I took in every tactic I've seen, and then, I try to put it in a well-spoken manner so it can be understood by even the simplest person. And, it's about, they're always doing something to bring us down. And when we carry these cameras and we point them at the cops, it's going to change things.
Yeah. Okay. I want to go to let's go to 420 Cop Watch. What got you into it? Same question. What got you into it? How do you verify your information? Where do you get your information and so forth? What tools and so forth?
Well, I always been into cop watching ever since I had a Polaroid camera. Now with a video camera, it's a lot different. So I want to see it from that perspective. As for tools, I usually hit Joe Cool. I also hit up NC Tyrant Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
I'll also hit up Midwest because he's been doing it a little longer than I have. Same now with News Now. I use the ACLU, the AACP. Research law in my state. I go to my government websites. I go to my town websites. Make sure there's no kind of funky laws in any of my surrounding towns. So,
yeah, I'm glad you said that, because that's one of the things that I want to touch on was that you have to be careful because you have your state law and then you have your municipal and so forth. They're not laws, but still they have these missiles and stuff. So, you have to be careful. Is you have to learn as far as what's the difference between the law, what's the difference between the municipal ordinances and so forth. But I think that what we find is there's a lot of OGs like we had last night. Someone like for instance Phil last night. He's a fantastic amount of information. Is there anybody that a go-to person that would be like an OG or so much like a new person that would be getting into that you would say, look at this person, and not to emulate that person, but is there any certain person that you would say you really need to check out this person before you do it?
Yeah, mine is Joe Cool. My go-to is definitely Joe Cool.
Oh man, mine would be Cream City, because this guy came out of nowhere. I mean, like nowhere, and been banging it out, and he's just impressive. He's really impressive.
Hey, Northern Corruption, would you mind coming up? I understand. I want to talk to you about. I understand that you were arrested recently, And that's one issue that I want to talk about. Because all of these guys up here, that's something they're gonna at some point in time, they're gonna be facing that, whether it's tonight or whether it's a month from now. At some point in time, they're gonna be facing a cop, and they're gonna have to make the decision: do I push that extra foot and get arrested, or do I back up? So that'd be great, Northern, if you could come up. Appreciate it.
And I think Phil kind of nailed it last night on your panel. You don't want to get arrested. You don't want to go through that shit. You know what I mean? These guys are having lawsuits that's going to drag out 2-3 years. Who knows? You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
when you come to that point, be prepared for it.
Upstate, if you got a set, could you chime in here a little bit? Upstate Audits.
Do what?
I said, could you chime in here a little bit? What's your thought and so forth?
As far as me getting into this,
Yeah, getting into it, the idea of what's going to happen at some point in time when all of a sudden you're faced with, are you going to push that extra little bit and chance being arrested, or are you just going to stand on the line and that's where it is, or what are we doing?
I grew up in California. Then I went to Oklahoma and pretty much grew up there, actually. Then I moved to New Mexico. All these places had good cops. I came here to New York and shit hit the fan. And I started doing my research. I wanted to know the policies and procedures here where I live. And I wanted to know case laws pertaining to where I live. And I've gotten a hold of KY Packer and checked out some of his case laws and everything, and what pertains to auditors, really. And I'll tell you, that man is a go-to, better than any Google bar that you've ever seen or anything. Check out KY Packer's channel. He has great content, and it's all for us. So, as far as getting into this, I seen how it was here in New York, and I was like, oh, hell no. Well, I did a few videos and everything, and the one that changed everything was the day that I got the taser pointed at me. And that changed everything for me. I become full bore. I did not give up. I want my channel to be able to go live, so I go out and I get my 1,000 subscribers. I get my view time, and boom, I go live. But I found out that you can use Prism and go live, and Streamlabs and go live. And I've been using StreamYards for my panels to get my things up and everything like that. And Prism, to go live. And when I do go live, I aim to make a difference. Videos that I just post up, they're just there, to show what's going on here in New York. Now, when I changed everything, when I got the taser pointed at me, that changed everything. That changed every single thing. I become more in touch with the cops around here, and I made a difference. They're more cordial now. They're more respectful now, and I can't wait to go to other towns around here and do the same thing I did here.
Okay. I want to point out one thing. Jackie Good Citizen is in the chat. Jackie Good Citizen has a channel also. So if one of the mods could put that up. Jackie Good Citizen is also an auditor in a cop watch. But Jackie is having some medical. I'm not going to out her medical condition. She can herself. She has some medical issues that she's taking care of right now, so she's not out there doing the actual work. But make sure you go over and subscribe to Jackie, and also if the moderators could also put in the chat the links to each of the people up here today, or if the people here could put a link in the chat or put it in the private chat, and one of my guys will come up and grab it. I want to make sure you get your links in here so people can get a chance to go to your sites and so forth. Now 420, you've been doing some panel work, and you've also been doing, or you just started, or doing some cop watches and some auditing and so forth. Where do you think that you're going to find yourself? Do you think you'll be going more toward the cop watch? Will you be doing the panel? Will you try to mix to the both of them? Where do you find yourself heading?
That's where I see a mix of both. I'm going to do panel work, and I'm going to do the cop watching work as well.
So yeah, that's what I'm doing too. And with me and you know, unlike the other guys up there, you know, I'm going to do my panel work. My job is to grow you guys. Upstate will tell you that, you know, I will do whatever I can do to get you grown. If you're a friend of this channel, we will make sure we get you to where you need to be.
I make it a point to be like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's because of you that I do it. And I don't, if somebody comes on, I don't choose sides. Oh, this guy's from that side or this guy's from that side. And my moderators know, you know, whoever comes up and needs their link up, they get that link up.
I should say Upstate Audits also has its own panel that he runs daily, actually. And myself and Upstate and some others are going to be going up, and we're going to raise some hell up there in up northern New York. I like the old northern. I like Messina. I used to deliver. I drove truck for years, so we're going to be running up to Messina and giving them hell up there and so forth. We may have to head over to Midwest Transparency if we can't get him over to help us and so forth. But you know, and that's the thing that I wanted to touch base on. Now, I know that there's the area that you live in. But there's an old saying in this: don't shit where I eat. Basically, which means, you know, I'm not going to audit around my house because I don't want to get the local cops upset. Do you find yourself doing the same thing?
No, I will not audit in my own town.
Exactly. Yeah.
I cannot audit in my own town. Put it that way.
I do.
You do, really?
I do. Well, yeah. I stopped right in the middle of a panel last night to do an audit.
That's why I asked, because you stopped last night to run out in front of your house.
Fucking A, man. There's no way that I am going to miss the cherries and berries. You know, I see cherries and berries, I'm ba-ding.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I shouldn't say that. I'm cop watching. I mean, you know what? I shouldn't see that because you're right. Once you see the sirens, you see the lights,
I think there's two.
You know, the camera will go on.
That's right. Always film the police.
Well, there's two different things though. There's auditing if they see the bubbles come on, and you jump out because you want to make sure someone's rights are being taken care of. But going into, you know, like a post office or going into the police station, that sort of stuff is what a lot of the guys say, look, I'm not going to go into there because this is where I live. So that's what you're going to find. You'll hear a lot of the OGs say is that, you know, I don't try to irritate because that's where I live. That's basically is what what I have done. But if I see a cop stop somebody on the side of the road, absolutely, I'm going to make sure.
Well, I kind of did it myself, but and then I came to realize that they will follow you in any which way. It happened to me like 3 nights ago. Um, I was out and I was trying to make re-entry to the PD because they had some bullshit shit going on there, and I made it back, made it in the lobby finally.
Mhm.
But anyways, I was in my own backyard and I was basically, eating where I was shitting
Yep.
because it was the only available location at the time. And I've done 2 counties already, and I'm going to do a third one sometime in the next couple of days.
Yeah, there comes a time where something's going to happen, and you kind of. I just have always found that I don't want to irritate the cop where I live because I don't want to have him coming and harassing me around my home, my kids around my home. So that's kind of what you'll find some of the OGs do. Now, if just for the heck of it, what how's the best way to say this? What have you ever been in? And in an example, have you ever been in a situation where you felt uncomfortable, where you thought to yourself, I might be going a little too far with this, or have you stayed back and into a comfort zone, so to speak?
I mean, like cop watching or auditing.
Either one.
Well, with either one, I'm not going to. I mean, I do want to push the envelope. I treat them both the same way, and when it's done right, it's fabulous. So either way, cop watching or auditing, it's really the same thing, same concept, and it's just I'm fearless. I mean, I think I'm up to the point in my knowledge where my verbal judo will fuck these cops in its ear. So you know what I mean?
And I'm glad you said that because we've got some of the guys, and just to say a couple of names so that you guys don't have to, like for instance, AFA Josh Abrams, one of the best that I know with football judo. That man, whether you love him or you hate him, it doesn't matter. He has the ability to put those cops in the right place. How do you consider your verbal judo? Do you consider it pretty good now, or are you looking toward other auditors to learn what you can say to these cops, what you can push with them and so forth?
Yeah, my learning is knowledge wise is JMA all day, and
Yeah.
then the verbal judo thing, that's Bay Area. That dude's mouthpiece is great. I mean, he knows his shit. I mean, I didn't get why the guy put down his camera for a while and then just came back out of nowhere. I didn't understand it. He's just so good. So good.
Mm-hmm.
I look at for verbal judo. I look at how NC Tyrant Hunter does it. I kind of want to emulate how he does it. His knowledge and his verbal judo is pretty good.
Yeah, he is very good. Now, you guys probably all know I've had some issues with a couple of the auditors. One of the ones that I probably had the most issue is with Bird. But have you ever had the chance to watch Bird? He's probably one of the best that I've seen as far as the way he talks to the cops and so forth, the position he puts them in and so forth. Have you had a chance to watch him?
Yeah, I watch Bird. I watch Bird a lot actually. He's actually he's good with the verbal judo as well. So I should say it's him and NC Tyrant Hunter who are my two to go to emulate for the verbal judo stuff. So
No, I am gonna say this. Cream City, since he's came out, and when these cops fuck up, he makes these motherfuckers feel so small. Watch the dude. I mean, oh my god, you just gotta watch it. You just gotta watch it.
How about somebody like Joe Cool? Do you watch Joe Cool? Do you see any of yourself in Joe Cool?
Tactics wise, small things.
Yeah.
Waiting for specific things from people and how to answer them.
We were
That's
talking about that last night, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, and the reason I ask is Joe. Joe and I have had. I get into arguments with everybody. Y'all know that. If I think somebody's got an issue, I'll jump on it about it. But what I also have to admit with Joe Cool, Joe does not let them push him beyond where they have the right. Joe knows where the law is, and he's not going to allow them to go beyond that. I think
Yeah.
that's one of the things that you need to learn as a new auditor. Where is the line that they can push you to, and then you have to think, how far beyond that am I willing to go, or how close to that am I willing to go? But what's most important is learning where that line is. What references other than do you read law? Do you go and look for law? Have you gone to like, for instance, one of our people here, KY Packer fan, his website, he has a lot of case law. Have you ever gone to different sites for case law? Do you read case law? Any of you?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I have, yeah.
The one that's if you're not familiar with Adam Starr versus Indiana, that's actually one of the first case laws I looked into, because Adam Starr was just a passenger. You know what I mean? And they try to pull him out and not him.
Yeah, he refused to get out. Yeah.
Right. You have no right to fuck with the passenger. They're not driving.
Mm-hmm. Well, and would you agree that falls under the Fourth Amendment? That's probably one of the biggest things. Is the Fourth Amendment protects that individual, and is there any situation where you would think, okay, under what situation could that officer get that man's information?
I mean, to me, I think it was a Fourth Amendment issue, because he's in somebody else's vehicle being questioned by cops, and we don't have to talk to him. We don't have nothing to do with the stop. You know what I mean? And it's one of the first things I looked up, and that is, the second thing was trespassing in public areas. It can't be done. You know what I mean? And things like that. I just look for everything. I forgot. In the third case I ever looked up, I forgot what it's called. It's about timely stops when you get pulled over for a traffic violation.
How many minutes they're allowed to have?
20.
Now, I'm glad you brought something up. Now I've probably forgotten what it was, but you talked about trespassing on a public area. Do you know what condition there is? What would allow them to trespass you from a public area? Do you know what that might be? Or
it in a public area like a park or something. There's not really anything unless you're like littering or doing something stupid. You have to be doing something stupid.
Well, basically,
you have to break the law.
Yeah, you have to have broken the law. Yeah, give them the right to break the law. So you're right on that. But stuff like that is what you will come in time and so forth. So it's good that I can see that you've already started to get yourself knowledge in that stuff. One of the biggest things that we have happen is when auditors get themselves in a position where they pushed an envelope to where they didn't know the law, or they didn't correctly know the law. So you really have to make sure that you know what you got on that law is correct, that you know what.
That's what I said earlier. Before you go out, you make sure the day before that you studied everything that you could study about where you're going, and then just use it.
Anybody else have any thought? on that issue?
Read the private chat, Brian.
Do you want to tell me my thoughts?
I'm sorry. My wife just came up and hugged me good night, so that's why if I'm sounding a little awkward, I'm trying to push her away. I'm sorry, people. Crazy
Sorry,
wife.
people. You're sorry for your wife going there? You fucking kidding me?
I'm back.
Hey
All right.
Brian, I just want
Read the
to
private chat.
add on. I just want to add on to what Midwest was saying. Yeah, you have to study on what you can and can't do. My very first video
Yeah, I
audit
got that.
video, my very first audit video was a Walmart, and I went in there kind of blinded, but I went in there with a lot of knowledge.
Sure.
Since 2010, I've been doing a lot of studying on a lot of stuff, not just Walmart, but a lot of rights and what people can and cannot do. And it's just that people just don't understand their rights. But in order for a good auditor to go out and figure out what to do and to keep from getting in trouble, I mean, granted, yes, they will push the buttons to have you arrested. They will try their damnedest, but you have to stand your ground and have to know your exact rights, basically word for word.
And
Well,
that's why I kind of not push, but I kind of went to close to the envelope with Midwest was to see, there comes a point where if you don't know the law, then you hold off. And I'm glad to see that where there was a situation where you didn't quite know the law and you admitted and knew that, but you were right with your answer. But it's good that as much as we hate to admit, we may not know exactly what a law is. If you get to that point, you have to make sure you don't go beyond it. The last thing you want is those steel bracelets on.
Exactly.
oh,
I mean, back to what I was saying about my first audit video. I think my first one was a Walmart video, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But I went in there and I videoed, and then they called Metro out there, which is the police department here. And at the time, I kind of knew what I could and couldn't do, but I didn't know it all the way. Thank God that Metro officer that went in there and talked to them, he exactly explained to them, yes, I can do this, I can do that, because they are now a publicly traded company. If they were private, then that would be a totally different thing. You can't even, if they tell you to leave and stop recording, if you don't, you can get trespassed and you can get arrested. But when it's a public place, you have to know your rights, and you have to know between private and public.
They can only kick you out. Okay, they can ask you to leave,
Yes,
and if you don't leave, then the cops come with formal, and if you don't leave, you will be arrested.
right. And now since
so
I've been auditing Walmart, and I've got a few Walmarts on there, there's a bunch of Walmarts now that understand what they can and can't do now. I mean, I still have little issues every now and then, and I just pop up the information that I Googled and found out that they do have government funds, and they are money from the government. They get money from the government, so they are public.
And they are
And
publicly accessible.
exactly.
yep.
But yeah, there for a while, I thought I was going to get arrested 3 or 4 times, but or trespass, but it didn't happen because
Yeah.
I knew a little bit of my rights. But thank God a Metro officer knew more than I did at that time.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. If you study, you know where to push the envelope too, and
Ex-
even maybe
Exactly.
get by with some things. You know what I mean?
When I first started coming on panels and everything, I came over here to Brian's, and Brian will tell you this to this day. I'd still say it. He'll ask me, why do you come here? Why do you go there? Why do you go here? Why do you go there? Because I want to learn.
Exactly.
Why do I have panels? Because people come on and they can teach me a little something. I am open to all the knowledge that I can fucking get, and that's what keeps me going. I wanna be the best at what I do. Not the best, but I want to be up there with the best.
But in saying that though, let me give you an example. People hate to hear it, but there is two sides. All right, there's
Right.
the people who want to be the auditors. They're here for a reason, all right? And then there's the other side that will tell you the opposite information. And the reason that they do that is they'd rather see you get picked off. They'd rather see you get the bracelets on. So it's okay to go and find out information from other sources, but you have to be careful where you're getting that information, because not everybody has interest in giving you the right information. There are those people out there who work on the other side, who are police officers, who are former police officers, who would laugh to see you getting hooked up. So you have to be careful where the information comes from.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
that's back to the Walmart thing that I was telling about. I Googled a lot of information. I went to the Homeland Security's website, and I went through a bunch of other, federal websites to find out the information I found out. And come to find out, since 2010, when they did the See Something, Say Something with Janet Napolitano, that made them open to public audits and people like us to go in there and make sure they're doing their jobs, But it took me a while before I got my research done, but it took me through a bunch of federal agencies to figure out the information that I needed. And now I carry it with me. I carry a copy of it on my phone in case I get questioned about it.
Curiosity, how many of you carry the Constitution in your pocket? A
I
small
got
one.
I do not.
I don't.
I do.
Well,
I do.
one of the
I showed it on one of my videos.
one of the best things that you can do for yourself is to pick up a little copy.
I've been looking.
A little pocket like this, okay? So you have reference, because more times than not, this will keep you out of trouble. When you can say that you know what the law is, and you don't even have to show it to them. Just pull it out and let them see it, and say, I know what I'm talking about because of this. And it'll get you that little extra oomph where they'll leave you alone. And sometimes you may have to open it up and read it to them.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right.
I believe that.
That's just like my.
I've been
my
looking
very,
all over for one, so
Amazon,
my
they're
very
$1
first, my very
damn
first
see.
person I started watching, I think was JMA. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was either JMA or 51550 was one of the two. But when whoever it was, that's where I met Midwest on. Me and he was talking on there, and he was brand new. I was brand new. We didn't know nothing about what to do or what not to do. And then he hooked me up one day with his number, and I called him, and we've been comparing notes ever since.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll find people that will know what they're talking about, and those are your source, your reference sources and so forth. So it's always good to have those people, and
So
then
to answer your question earlier, who my go-to man, I would say it would probably be Midwest right now, because he's the one that I mostly spend the time talking to and comparing notes with.
That's good. Guns cure pedophilia. You want to show me your face, please? Last chance, show me your face. Have a good evening. Anybody else in the chat that's either a auditor or cop watcher or interested in it and so forth? If you're interested in being a cop watcher or an auditor, if you'd like to come into the chat and ask these gentlemen some questions of how they started and what you would need to get started, feel free to do so. KY Packer, if you'd like to come in and tell what it is that you do and what you have to offer auditors and so forth, and that would be great also. As a panel, what we are is we are a support.
Yeah, there you go.
We are a support to the community. If we hear you've been arrested, we jump on and we'll get the information out. We'll get if you don't have bail money, we'll get the information out and get your PayPal out. If you have a PayPal or whatever, we'll get that out for you. We're here for you to come here and to be able to put your
But
link.
for
Were you going to say something?
sorry, Brian, I was getting my old lady to look up that Midwest was talking about.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. But so, that's our job, is that we are like a support.
What's up, Kentucky Packer? How you doing tonight?
KY.
And this Santa looking fella right here is Santa on top, at least anyway. And almost as white as Santa. This gentleman right here is a good support person that you really should get to know. If you haven't got to know him yet, you should get to know him. This is KY Packer. He can give you his name if he wants. I don't give it out. Yeah,
I really like Joe, so
Sure.
Like
he has a lot of information that he can give you. He knows a lot of people. He follows a lot of the auditors and so forth. So use him for information and so forth, and he could tell you what he does. KY, if you would.
because of my disability, I wanted to start auditing, but because of my disability, I can't move around. I can't stand that long. So I became an auditor support person. I'm building a reference list of case law. It's in my channel in the description and in the discussion tab. And if you click on it, you open it up, it's paragraph after paragraph of case law and law. And if you find something that's not listed, please email me and I'll add it in. I always try to post a link with each case law so you can go right to it. One of the things I don't have is a link for, I think it's called CIS, for telling whether land's public or private roads. That's another big one. If you're
Yep.
going to use frontage road or public access, you have to know where it is and where the boundaries are, where your lines of demarcation are for a company, for a prison, for those kind of things. That'll keep you out of jail, keep you from being trespassed. But I help too. If people need something, I try to help them out, no matter who you are. And I've helped quite a few, all different ways. And I support financially a little bit everywhere I go. I give money. Everybody knows that. Who's been around talking to anybody, you'll know that.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I could use a few bucks there. No, I'm just joking.
You don't need a few bucks.
I'm just joking. I get a few bucks out of you every month.
I could use that.
He's one of my members, so I get a few bucks every month.
KY, I could use that camera. No, I'm kidding.
Sorry, that just went to upstate. It'll be there in 2 days upstate.
This is a man
That's a
also.
GoPro 8.
If you're looking for tools of the trade, check with this man, because he may know someone who has a tool that has just upgraded their tool, and he may be able to work some magic for you. So again, people like Joe here is really great to have around, and we're lucky that he's in our community. We're lucky that he hangs out in this.
I'm not as popular as Bell or Tommy Wood, but I'm a moderator at quite a few channels. They all the big names think they know me. If you're a new auditor and you want to join the Activism News Network, I'll support you for the first year. If you haven't joined and you want to join, my email's on my channel. Join, send me a screenshot of your name, your username, and I will start supporting you. I'll sponsor you for your first year there. You can
Hey, KY, I'm glad you mentioned that, because I've been trying to do that. I don't have a Roku TV, so I don't think I can.
You don't need Roku.
Oh, you don't?
No, you can watch it right on the internet.
Yeah, I got a Chromebook, dude. You don't need Roku.
Yeah, I was trying to do it a while back, and Rogue Nation sent me a password or something that did not work, So yeah, I'll hook you up on that because I would love to get hooked up on that movie network.
Oh yeah, I'm
That's all.
sponsored quite a few people. I'll sponsor you for the first year. That way,
All right.
now it'll be 3 months at a time. That way, if you decide, hey, I don't want to do that, I don't like this, I'm not going to waste my money, spending a year's worth on you. So 3 months
Right.
at a time, and then let me know, hey, I want to continue, and I'll send you the next 3 months worth on your
All
PayPal.
right. Later on after the panel's over, I'll send you an email with my information.
So you'll be another one that I sponsor. It's what I do. It's just I connect you with people. If you need help, I'll try to help you. Case law, I'll try to look up case law for you. Things like that. I'm retired Army, did 28 years in the service. I have time on my hands, so I'll help. And this is what I do. I'll connect you to others. If you want help with finding someone or something, I'll help you do that. All you do is contact me. And I'm a behind the scenes support person. That's
Hey,
what I do.
hey, DFK, I don't mind you coming up, but you got to show your face. You know my routine. You know my rule.
No
You got to
face,
show your.
no space.
No, I don't let anybody up without showing me their face backstage. If you don't want your face up on panel, that's fine, but I got to see you backstage. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you. Have a good evening. Again.
No
You
face,
know,
no space. That's
we try to connect you guys with the tools that we know that you need. Like hooking you up with KY Packer, and if you watch the panels and so forth, you'll see this panel here especially. We took a wrong turn, but we're turning back in the direction that we used to be in. We are more going to be going with this type of a setup now. This is our format, bringing people in and getting them the information and so forth that they need. And one next person I'd like to bring up, if she would come up, and I would love to have D. Johns come up. And the reason is I want to have D. This is your last opportunity, Guns of Cure. If you don't show your face now, I'm just going to block you. I'm not going to play with you through this whole show.
another good one to subscribe to is the Civil Rights Lawyer channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
audit the audits.
Audit the audit.
Yeah.
Those two.
Yeah.
If you haven't subscribed to them, subscribe to those two. You'll learn a lot.
Yeah, Lackluster is kind of picking up the same thing right now.
But Civil Rights is an actual lawyer, and this is what he does. He supports us.
DFK, I'm trying to let you. My computer's not working.
He'll help you. Now, another thing is, even if you know all the right things to say, it doesn't always protect you. 2 nights ago, the No Name was arrested for a tail light, broken tail light. They pulled him out of his car, threw him in jail, $592 for nothing.
They're just trying to create revenue.
That's exactly right. So sometimes knowing it all doesn't help either.
No, it really don't.
Part of it was his fault. Number one, you never lower your window all the way down. Especially if you're in a strange town with strange cops. 4 inches, no more. 3.5, 4 inches, just enough for them to hear you and you to hear them. Do not put your window.
How you doing, D?
Hello, guys.
DFK. Hold on. DFK, you got something to say or?
Yeah, I'm trying to get a share screen. One of your panelists was talking about auditing Walmarts. I got one I want to share that I find a lot of racist innuendo in. I'm trying to get it brought up. Give me a minute. I'm trying to get it brought up. Okay.
Oh, yeah, you're right about that, buddy.
Well, if you want, DFK, why don't you just share the link in the private? and I'll check it out and I'll play it if you want to just do it that way.
I don't have the link. I'm trying to find it.
Oh, okay. D, how you doing, D?
I'm good. How are you doing tonight? Hi, guys.
Great. Well,
Hey.
what I want D to say is, you know, a lot of time people, the auditors, when they first start out, they don't understand the importance of having good moderators in their channel. I want D to tell you what it is they do and why it's important what they do and so forth. If you would,
Well,
D.
I'm not a pro at it, but I
You're about
try.
as close as we get.
It's important to have good mods in your channel so they can keep the bull crap out. It's kind of like a job, and it's really hard to even watch what's going on panel when you're watching the chat, you know, and trying to keep that straight. And it's important for your mods will go in and they'll grab people's channels and they'll post them in the link. They'll post PayPal. They'll post anything that you need, and it's really good for like if you're live somewhere and you need a do not call phone numbers, shit like that. Anything that you can't do while you're live, that's what we go in the back and do that for you. So it's important, and also everybody, all the mods in the chat, we all work together and watch it and post things, and it's important that it's kind of like a family. We all kind of work together and keep things posted and keep your chat going for you, so it doesn't get boring or or just crap in it that people come in and try to stir things. And yes, they have the First Amendment, but I try to go by what each channel owner wants and what they prefer. Like Jackie's channel is different than Brian's channel, and everybody's different, so you kind of go by what the owner wants. And it's good for the auditors. It takes all of us to work together.
Yeah, I think one of the important things is and Dee would tell you is the auditor cannot be worried about his chat while he's out there, doing what he's doing. The auditor has to have his mind on what he's doing, and these moderators are just exactly what she says. They're like magic. When I was out doing audits and so forth, and if I needed something for a law or something that I wasn't sure of, all I have to do is ask my moderator, could you check this out for me? Could you look this up for me? And if you have good moderators, they know where to look for stuff. Dee knows where to look for stuff. If you're lucky enough to be able to get someone like Dee or someone like a Tommy,
Mike Taylor, Six Banger, What the Fuck. They're all good mods. We all work really well together.
I see you guys wherever I go. So
yeah, and it's important because you need to be able to look when you're an auditor. You need to be able to concentrate on what you're doing. You can't be concentrating on crap. You know what I'm saying?
Well, especially if you come in with a police contact,
right.
You don't want to fumble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna put this up. Guns, I trust you, so I'll put this right up.
Yeah.
DFK.
All right, let me blow this up. This was an encounter at Walmart. I've only actually done 2 videos ever of anything official auditing. This was the second one. Again, not something I was going out to do, not something I intended on doing. It was something that was presented to me.
Oh, so this is yours then?
Yes.
Oh, great. Absolutely.
This is not something I was intending to do. It just got thrown in my face, and it took me a long time to realize the racist innuendos behind this. All right. So that took a bit to realize. But here it is. Play. Why is it not playing? Why is it not playing?
You have to make sure you're hitting play on the one that you have on your screen, not the one in.
All right.
I do the same thing. I hit the wrong one.
Oh my god!
I've done that before.
Exit full screen. I'm sitting there trying to hit the other button. I'm used to hitting this one. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Guys, this one.
You want to, yeah, and take off.
There you
You've
go.
got
Yeah,
you've got the volume
you
shut
got
off.
the volume muted.
Unmute. There you go.
Is there an echo?
Oh,
Nope, you're good.
Source from this
Is
point
there an
on.
echo?
I promise I will not do that.
Nope, you're good.
All right.
Hey, I don't believe in bullshit no more. Apparently you don't either. Thank you for that. Question I have. The mask that I just offered this man here.
Okay.
I got that one from whoever it was that called you when I first got here. Because I had to use the bathroom. That's the only reason. The only reason. And from the time that I put that on, top of it was never above here. Nobody said a word. Nobody said a word. Your man here at the door did not say a word. Nobody walking the store said a word. Top of it was never above right here. Never. So what is the difference between having it worn right here and your mask?
Wearing a mask like that. They should have back up there to talk to you again.
Okay, so if it's being worn incorrectly, that's the reason to call. But if there's no mask, that's the reason to call. So what is?
Okay, now the question I have, where the video started, did the words from a store employee saying "we are out of masks" play?
No, I did not hear that.
Okay, let me rewind it a little bit because that was said, and that's where it gets interesting.
Hey,
Because-
Guns, before you start that video again, I got to tell you something real quick. I had the exact identical experience 2 days ago at Walmart. I got the video on my phone. I just haven't uploaded it.
Okay, well, I went to the store. My sister and I went to the store, and we went in to go shopping. I was sitting out in the car. At some point, I had to use the bathroom. They told me I had to have a mask. They gave me a mask. I went and used the bathroom. Never pulled that mask. That mask, I swear to God, at no point came above my bottom lip. It never even touched my bottom lip. I went in and used the bathroom. Nobody said a word. Not one person said a word. I come back out. I'm standing there while we're talking to these same guys that told me I had to have one. This black man walked in, and they said, "Sir, do you have a mask?" He says, "No, I don't." He says, "Well, we can't let you in unless you have a mask, and we're all out." And I said,
Exact same experience.
I said, "Sir, this mask has never come above my lip. You want to use mine?" He said, "Sure." I said, I'm glad somebody else don't believe the bullshit." And all of a sudden, as soon as I said that to him and he accepted that mask I was offering him, all of a sudden the store had more masks to hand out.
Yep.
That's where I find the racism. And I'm not sure if it's just me, if it's an isolated incident.
Well, don't talk company policy, okay?
Company policy?
Hold on. What is your thought on the mask? Seriously, I mean, it's like this is.
I'm representing the store right now.
Okay.
You're filming me, so I'm not going to.
I'll edit you out. I will edit you out. You tell me you want me to edit out, I will edit you out. Promise, it will not go anywhere.
Yeah, that's all people gotta do sometimes.
Oh,
Right.
can I give him mine?
Right there. Did you hear him say we don't have any more?
Yep.
Yep, I heard him then.
Okay.
Well, I'm just not going to go anywhere in the store from this point on. I promise I will not do that.
Tell me this gentleman is not black in color.
Yep.
Yep.
Sure you want to wear that? Now all of a sudden they have more. How the fuck did they acquire more masks in that?
I don't believe
period
in
of time?
bullshit no more. Apparently you
Wow.
don't either. Thank you for that. Question I have. The mask that I just
That was all I wanted to portray right there.
Wow. It's just so it's such a
That's pretty blatant. Yeah. Tony.
It's amazing how quickly they acquired more masks, and nobody moved anything. Nobody bought a box from anywhere in the store.
Yeah.
It's like white pie only. What the fuck?
Tony,
Right.
I think
My
Tony, what
problem-
you
my
should do
big
is
problem
send
is
that.
I cannot put this out there for public debate because I'm a Walmart employee. I do not work at a store. I work at a DC. That
Yeah, well,
you just put it out there.
well, I can't push it wholeheartedly. But
Right.
that to me
But yeah,
screams racist.
He just put it out, but he never identified himself, so they don't know who that could be.
now,
Yeah.
can you send that into to corporate headquarters so that they can see it?
I probably
damn
could.
sure
I
would.
don't know what the repercussions would be from doing such.
Well, could you give it to an auditor? Would you allow them maybe to make copy and to send it into the
Again,
corporate
I'm
headquarters?
afraid of repercussions because if I lose my job, my life ends.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a. We all
It's
some
not just me affected by this. It's my sister, my nephew, and my
Yeah, I understand completely. Yep. Yeah, that's one of those situations where you wish that you could throw it in, but that's too bad. Obviously, there was an issue there. I mean, from having no mask to having masks. But
I think it's more. I think it's more the employee, and you got to remember you're going on to private property.
Yeah.
That might be an individual.
But it's publicly accessible.
I'm not going to start an argument on the panel, but yet it is not a private property. It is
classifies
public
as a private
property now.
business that is publicly accessible. So the private company has rules, has final say of what happens on their property.
Well, it's called.
Walmart is not a private company.
It is open to the public.
It's actually called
one
that they are.
One Walmart receives 904,745 per one store, up to 100.74 million for one store. I went to the Homeland Security office. They are partnered with the Homeland. I've got all the proof that because I audit Walmarts and I had an issue with them. And
every year, 67 billion.
Here.
So you're all trying to talk at one time. And on top of that, it's called private with public access by invitation. All right, they're inviting you in there to shop. So it is public. I mean, it is private, but it's public access because of invitation. So yes, the guy has the right to go in, but they have the right to ask you to leave. They have the right to require you to wear masks and so forth. What they don't have the right to do is to say we don't have masks and then immediately find a mask and give it to them.
Exactly.
That's you kind of have to wonder why. But and as much as I hate to say it, it would be hard to say that it was because of his color. They would take the stance that it was some other thing other than color. You and I made it.
What
it's
would
what
they present from that video that would prove there was another reason? Did somebody bring a box of masks from the back room somewhere?
Yeah. Yeah, and you didn't see any other.
Appear from.
I didn't see any other Walmart employee walk by either. Walk up and say, "I got masks." So.
Well, the Walmart by my house, the people greeter or whoever it is that counts the heads that come in, they have like 4 or 5 boxes of masks sitting in a cart, and they supposed to pass them out if a person doesn't have one. That's the way they do it at my Walmart, like down the street from where I live at.
Same here.
In this video, when I moved to the left and it was showing the front of the store, they had that black curtain. That's where they have like the people that are required to check for masks and where they have them. So for them to be out of masks and to get more masks, it's possible they could have brought a box from the back and walked directly behind me to deliver those masks, but nobody walked behind me at that point.
Wow.
That would be the only way. Otherwise, those masks would have come from nowhere other than a truck, and trucks do not deliver to the front of a store. They always deliver to the back.
Yep.
Yeah, Northern Correction. I'd love to have you jump up here if you want and tell your story about this week. Yeah, and what Tony's doing right now actually brings up a good question. All right, Tony, because the situation he's in, couldn't offer this to one of you. All right, but
Are you doxing me, Brian?
no, it was it was right on your thing there. I didn't say your last name, but your first name. Everything was right on your thing. And I bought it. Okay, but if he was offering that to you, okay. Now, would one of you take a film like that and post it and use it? And how would you go about that?
Oh yeah, I would in a heartbeat because I call Walmart constantly with the issues I have at my store. They know me by first name when I go in those places.
Mm-hmm.
And see if I did not work for Walmart, I would personally see to it that went viral.
Yeah.
I would personally see to it. But because I do work for Walmart, I cannot jeopardize my job. I cannot have my name attached to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Walmarts that I've audited in Nashville here, when I go into these stores, any Walmart, they look at me and they say, "There's the camera guy." Every time I walk by, and they do what they're supposed to do every single time.
Well, and that's the good part of being an auditor is you're making a change, even if it's a small change. You're making a change. Now, any of the other auditors, is there anybody on the panel that wouldn't take a film like that? 420 upstate.
I damn sure would.
I damn sure would.
I
Yeah.
most definitely. I mean, that situation was really uncalled for. He's right. And I do believe under certain circumstances that he would turn that video in. But that's one of them things where you gotta juggle your real life with what we're doing right here. You know what I mean?
Yep,
so
absolutely.
I totally get what he's saying.
Yeah.
Now, no good to be an auditor if you can live under a bridge.
Well,
the biggest hindrance for me is in the area that I live in. My job has one of the best paying wages. It's actually a wage you can afford a sort of comfortable living.
Yeah.
Without having to work shit tons of overtime.
Yeah.
A lot of jobs, in order to make a comfortable living, you have to work a lot of overtime to afford a comfortable living. So
now,
that's the only hindrance for me posting that and trying to make it go viral is because I don't want to lose my job in the process of it.
Yeah.
Hey guy,
what?
when you get a chance, go to my channel and look at my videos for the Walmart audits that I've done, and you'll see how they acted towards that. And then when I presented them with the evidence and stuff, you'll see on some of my videos, you see how they totally changed when I went in and went out.
Could you say your name so people in the chat and people watching knows who was talking, please?
Oh yeah, this is News Now, Preston, Nashville.
Okay. Now, this brings up another thing: the importance of having your phone handy. With the phones these days, it's so nice to be able to just turn that thing around and hit the record and record. It's so important. If people just record it, all they have to do is record it. If they record it and give it to one of you guys can set the narrative. You can look at it, figure it out. You can talk to them and figure it out. Even if you're scared, if you've been stopped by a police officer, record the stop. One of these guys can do it.
Let me go one step further. As soon as you see a cop pulling you over, start the recording.
Absolutely.
Right away.
As soon as they turn those lights on, start the recording.
Yep.
For those that do not know, my biggest push to get involved in the 1A auditing was I got stopped for a traffic violation on March 22nd, and Stop went bad from the beginning. And as soon as I told the guy that was in the car with me to take my phone and start recording, that's when all kinds of shit flew off the handle. The cops had already opened my door, which is a Fourth Amendment violation. The cop that stopped me opened up my driver door, and he took my arm out of the car, and he's putting me in like a wrist lock over the top of the car. He called for backup, got 3 more cops pretty fucking quick. The cop that stopped me was a corporal. One of the first ones to respond was a sergeant, so they're higher ups, and then 2 more newly acquired deputies, no stripes on their arms, showed up. The sergeant that showed up at the stop, as soon as he got there, he opened up my back door, comes over the driver's seat with a taser, saying, "Get out of the car now." So two cops entered my car. One of them tased me. At that point, they both dragged me out of my car, threw me to the ground, and arrested me. My criminal attorney for that case, I called him the day that I got out of jail. I got arrested on a Sunday night, got out of jail on a Monday morning. I was contacting attorneys Monday afternoon. Found an attorney I wanted to hire. He acquired the body cam footage that did not have dash cam footage, but he acquired the body cam footage. He told me he saw violations to my civil rights, and as soon as the criminal case was over, he wanted to refer me to civil attorneys to sue the city, specifically to sue the city. Fucked me in that because the case dragged out for, let's see, the arrest date was March 22nd. Trial criminal proceedings done December 14th. The state that I live in has a 180-day statute of limitations for police misconduct claims.
Wow.
So that had expired before the criminal shit was done. My
how convenient.
attorney, he talked a really good game about fighting. I was arrested for DUI. Granted, that is not right. That is not a good thing. That is a bad thing. But I was arrested for DUI. The attorney that I talked to was talking all this shit about all these claims or all these cases with insurmountable evidence that he was able to fight and win. He talked a really good game. I paid him my money, I paid him my retainer, and he was quick to roll over. He did not want to fight anymore. He just wanted to settle as quickly as he could. He had no more. As soon as he got his money, all the fight in him was gone. He had no more fights than a newborn baby. Period. And it irritated me. And after the criminal stuff was done, I says, "Well, what about the civil attorney that you want to refer?" He says, "Well, I've still got phone calls out there waiting for one of them to touch base with me again." I took it upon myself to call a civil attorney, and that's when I found out that the state that I'm in has a 180-day statute of limitations for police misconduct. So I contacted my attorney. I says, "Did you file the civil tort required for civil cases?" I was met with a reply, "Well, have the civil attorney call me." It's a yes or no question. Did you file it? Simple yes or no. Have the civil attorney call me. My criminal attorney talked to me at one point, and he says, "Well, we could probably fight this, but this is what the DA is offering." Came up, "Well, how many DUIs have you had?" And I told him, I says, "Well, between you and me, it's this." He says, "Okay, well, let me talk to the DA and see what I can come back with." He comes back and says, "Well, you should take a 15 minutes." And I'm thinking, well, where the fuck's this fight you've been fucking exaggerating on? It's like, if you want to represent yourself as being this fucking go-get-em hero, then portray yourself as a go-get-em fucking hero. Don't fucking roll over at the first fucking whim.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on now. I don't mean to push off, but I just we have to move on. But like what what he's showing though is an example of what we're we see every now and then. Somebody happens to have a video and so forth. So it's nice to know that you guys and so forth were somebody's making
Yeah, and the best part about that video, Brian, is I did not realize the racist innuendos behind that video until I was on a panel way after I first posted that video where Joe Cool was there. That was the first time I realized those racist innuendos. It didn't occur to me at first. It was just a customer because I didn't see it. I did not even realize the guy was black. Didn't even fucking realize I was just offering my mask.
Well, that and plus that shows you what kind of person you are too. People are different.
This is what I was trying to bring up before when D-Johns first came up.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out who's making the noise, and so if you see your mic getting shut off, I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, someone's making a lot of background noise.
Trying to shut me up.
I was like, "What the heck?" It sounds like the ultrasound.
Well, it stopped when I shut down KY, so maybe it's KY is making making the noise. Oh, that ain't KY. Keep going with it.
It must be KY because he's pissed the Packers ain't in the hunt no more.
What kind of noise are you hearing?
Something about go Packers, go Packers, go Packers. Fucking disgusting.
All right. And anyway, when you get stopped, first thing you do is make sure all your doors are locked, all of them. Hit the door lock button, or make sure the buttons are all pressed on an older car.
Yeah, and you know what pissed me off? You know what pissed me off on that traffic stop that night is I saw the lights light up. I pulled the car over. I stopped. I rolled my driver's window down 2 inches. 2 inches. Turned the car off. Did not remember at that time that as soon as that key turns off, all the doors automatically unlock.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I did not realize that until another cop opened up the passenger door. That pissed me off.
That's what just happened to No Name.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it is important that you lock your doors and only open that window so fast so that you don't, these cops don't keep in. If the cops dump beer on you,
If you only got one window open 2 inches, if there's only one window open 2 inches, and they say they smell something, bullshit. You cannot smell something from a single 2-inch opening where there's no cross breeze. If you're smelling something, it's coming from across the top of the car from the outside. It's not coming from the inside because there's no way you can smell it.
Yeah, that's another reason to keep all the other windows closed so they don't get a cross breeze and blow out what's in there.
Yeah.
Now,
turn your phone on, start recording. Put your hands on the steering wheel. Turn your vehicle off. Put your hands on the steering wheel. Turn the flashers on, your 4-way flashers, and wait for them.
Now, most auditors, some of you guys, I've shut your mics off, so when you speak, you may want to take your mic. Now, most auditors either prefer to or not to have someone go with them when they go. How would you prefer? Do you prefer to have someone with you? Do you prefer to go by yourself? With Midwest, what's your preference?
Actually, I'm just gonna start with I saw Preston's videos, right? And yeah, I'm wondering what it's like to do an audit with someone else because maybe you can bounce off each other and make things good. And I do like going out by myself, but I think my narration to videos are shit. I probably sound goofy as fuck, you know what I mean? Because there's nobody to talk to except the video you're doing. And I would love to get out there and audit with any one of you fucking guys. It's going to happen with Upstate. And I mean, it's going to happen with Preston. I'm going to be down there in Preston before too long. So see us coming. We're coming.
Well,
See,
Midwest, aren't you? You're in Indiana, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay, I'm in Indiana also, and we're trying to get together. I'm talking to one of henchmen out of Ohio, and he's getting ready to come over here, and we're going to try to hook up with Chuck Bronson and do some auditing with him, and basically some cop watching, and then also we're going to try to get up and do some work with Joe Cool, and you're more than welcome if you put your information into the private chat, your email or something. I'll get a hold of you, and maybe we can work something out when Hitchman gets here. He's supposed to be here, I think, next weekend, this coming weekend. And
actually, who's your news on the streets? Reached out to me last night too. So, I mean,
well, sweet,
and I'm 2 hours. And I'm 2 hours away from Chuck, like literally.
Yeah,
I told him
I'm an hour and 30 minutes from Chuck, but I go up there all the time and audit with him. You'll see. I've been in a few of his videos, and
I'm in Union
one of my biggest things is I definitely want to audit this local police department that did me wrong on my traffic stop, but I'm terrified to do it by myself. I would love to have Joe Cool here. Joe Cool has a very dominant presence, a very dominating presence. He's not afraid to talk to cops, as a lot of bad ones need to be talked to, but he does show respect to the good ones.
Where is that at?
Distinguishment very fucking quick. I would love to have him here. I was looking at this civil settlement to be able to get him here to do this, because I don't think this department has ever been fucking audited, and I would love to see it fucking happen. But I don't want to do it myself. I'm scared because I have to have my job. If I lose my job, it's not just me that's fucked. If it was just me, fuck, so be it. I'll take that fucking jail term and just have a vacation.
Well, I think it's really good for auditors to get together. I like to audit with other people. I've got videos I've never put out on a channel. I haven't started a channel. I've audited with AFA, with No Name, with
Hell, you even audited with me, for Christ's sake.
with Brian, with Chuck. So I mean, it is better because like when No Name and AFA get together, they work off of each other, and then plus you got the protection of having somebody there if something goes wrong. But they work really well together, and it's really it's nice. I love it when you can get two auditors together or so, and they work well together, and they make a good team. And every once in a while you'll find a couple of them. And I love it, like when Ninja and Rogue and all of them got together down there in I think it was Alabama. I like them all getting together. And it's like with Upstate. I mean, Upstate can get together with No Name because they're, in the same area. And then like Midwest going with, Hoosier. Hoosier's there. I'm in Indiana. So, I mean, it could be a good thing.
Indie news on the street.
Hey, Brad.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I even forgot about Indy. Yeah. Indy's here too. Indy's got a good sized van. I've audited with him before. He's a good guy.
Yes, Upstate.
After we're all said and done, as soon as the stream is over, I'd like for all the people in the panel right now to stay here and let's pop the question about what we're gonna do. See if they wouldn't mind. I want to make this epic.
Are you
D.
talking about
Jones,
backstage, or are you talking about?
Yeah, backstage.
Okay, yeah,
One
sure.
thing I definitely know with auditing, especially where there's a rampant outbreak.
I gotta go check on my dog. I'll be right back, guys.
Sure.
And,
Alrighty, brother.
Police authority that they don't like when they're not cowered down to like the general public does. All kinds of disdain happens immediately because they're not getting the respect they think they deserve because they have a gun and a badge.
That's right.
Fuck you. I have a gun. I don't have a badge. but I don't have to hold that same standard as you having the badge. But as soon as they're feeling disrespected, their fucking egos get in the way and they're blinded because they want to fucking set their ego right. I really want this department audited, but I want to try and get my phone to instantly link to my YouTube channel, and I think I got that set right, but I don't think I have it to where I can do a live feed from my phone at that time because I don't have the viewer base or the hours or whatever it is.
Use a use an encoded one like a Prism or something. I use Prism.
Yeah, there's a bunch of free ones you can do, DFK, that will work for you, that you can go off with the live feed.
Hey, Midwest, if you do go see Chuck, make sure you do that beer bait.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
Hey, D Johns, I left my number in private chat for you.
Okay, great. Thank you. I'll get a hold
No
of
problem.
Yeah,
you.
again,
What department is that?
Say what?
What department is that?
I think that's the issue. Is that DFK really has to be careful what
Okay,
information he puts out there. I'd rather not have him put that out there,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
they start to figure it down.
Right.
Makes sense.
I mean, if DFK wants to hang around backstage later on, he can say where it is, but I'd rather have him not out and stuff.
It's a police department in Oregon, and I have watched a shit ton of cop watch videos on YouTube, and I have not seen this department audited.
So Oregon, that's all we'll say right now. Now, a lot of times, the panels like this is where is your place to network. As you probably have heard right here, how many connections you guys have made today, or how many connections, not just it's what that's on the panel, but who's going to watch this, who will be watching this over the next, 24, 48, 72 hours. That the panels like this is where you can network, you can meet other people, find the ability to connect with people that, without the panels, it's hard. It's hard to do it. So this is when I say this is the type of stuff that we do, that we're a support system for the auditors. This is how we have that and so forth. But
Right.
So make sure that you are subs to the good panels, like this panel here, and some of the others on this panel. I have to give them their you got Upstate and 420. You could sub to them too.
Yeah. I really can't wait to me get to the point where I would love to audit with somebody, but it's just not in the cards right now. I mean, people
I
you
can't do it right
meet
now.
and yeah, right. See, I mean, that's the thing though. You got to build yourself up.
Well,
think
the more work you do and get out there, the better it is. And just like DFK, he's going to have to network and get some auditors out in that area,
Right.
to audit with him, because I know there's people that would, and it's just basically going to take us all networking together, and
Yeah.
and getting this out there. And even and yes, I mod, and I apologize, I didn't mention all the good mods that we have in here, with Token and Anna and all of them. I didn't mention everybody, Belle, but they're all really good, and it takes all of us to do this. It's not easy getting out there, getting arrested, or threatened to get arrested, or basically just standing up. You got to have the balls to stand there and talk to these cops and try to to teach them what the hell's going on. But I'm like Brian, I carry a Constitution in my pocket wherever I go. They tried to put me out of the I went up to the damn it was the food where you get food stamps. I went up there and tried to apply for food stamps, and I refused to put a mask on, so I went out and got just a different Halloween mask and put that on. Well, they tried to trespass me and throw me out of there, and I got all that on video. But it's you know, I've learned a lot, you know, like from Josh Abrams with AFA. I've learned so much. He came down here and spent 3 months in Indiana. And you know, I learned a lot from him. And even, you know, just going with Chuck and, you know, when Josh was down here and he was turning himself in to go to jail, all that shit. I mean, we had the pig down here. We had, or pit, not, well, I call him the pig, but, you know, Joe Cool. There were so many guys that came down. I can't even name, the panda, panda army. I mean, we had so many guys down here, and they absolutely destroyed this town. I'm telling you what, they hit the courthouse, the jail, the city jail, the police departments. I mean, they had, oh my God, cameras of mass destruction was here. It was great. It was, and
Yeah.
everybody just worked together. It was, I mean, it was great.
Actually, Chuck touched on some of that last night, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Another thing,
Yeah.
DFK, if you need more views and subs, if you drop a couple of bucks to Johnny50, he will give you your channel a shout out and send people over there to sub. He will help you.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I got to get some videos up there first. As it stands right now, I searched my channel the other night and it showed 2, and one of them was just like a who's up. It was a live feed just where I could like try and figure out how to do certain shit for like panels and stuff like that. But there's only one video up there.
Okay.
And I tried to edit that one, it turned sideways, and I thought I had it edited correctly to where it was the right way. Well, no, it ain't. It's still sideways. But
yeah, there's a lot to learn. There is a lot to learn.
Yeah. Hey, to answer your question about having auditors that have somebody with them, I think myself, my personal opinion, I think they should, like y'all said, to have a person for a backup just in case something happens. That way you have 2 versions of the story. Like you may have your video on your phone and another person may have a different angle of where a cop may have pushed this guy or pushed this woman or something, you know, and then that would help in their favor in court.
When they take your phone and they throw it to the ground and it stops and you can't recover what happened, somebody else can get a little bit more, and then maybe even have a third person across the street, totally off scene to where they're recording everything. So when they break your phone and then they realize there's somebody else recording and they break that phone, there's a third person with another camera that they're not even immediately aware of.
She was talking about AFA earlier. He had a video, I think it was on his video, but he had one where it was him, Omaha, and I think Chuck, and they went to this little small redneck town, and they was like in 3 different areas, and they was trying to arrest Omaha because he was sneaking around at a bank or something. But
yeah, there was 3 people
there,
right?
that, then he would have probably gotten some major trouble.
Right.
Yeah.
See, and there's 3 camera views right there. You know,
Yeah,
3
right.
different you know positions, and they work together, and I mean it's a good thing. I just like it personally to have somebody with me. Every time I've been by myself, I mean they try to intimidate the shit out of you, you know. And I'm a woman, so it's even worse, you know.
And with me being here in Tennessee, the only ones we have here, we have Jeremiah, we have 51, 5050, and me. And it is hard to get a hold of them 2 to try to even hook up to even go do anything. So basically, it's me and my nephew when I do my audits, and he don't even know half of what to do on this. He's just there for support and as a witness in case, you know.
There's
But I would love to have someone here in Tennessee if there's any
Well,
auditors out
Preston, be ready for backup,
down
baby.
in southeast. There's down in the southeast corner. There's a female auditor.
Now, are any of you like that brings up a question as far as
51, 5050. She's the only one I know about.
okay, now that brings up a question. Now, as far as traveling, some auditors like for instance, Josh Abrams with AFA, he'll travel like, you know, Dee was just saying he spent months in Indiana. Are any of you set up or are interested in traveling, or you basically want to stay within a certain mile radius around your home? What are you? What's your situation?
Oh no,
I'll
I
go
would love to.
anywhere.
I would love to travel.
I'd go
Yeah,
anywhere.
yeah, that's why I'm trying to go down. I can't push the envelope like I want to here. And if I go to,
Upstate, your wife would have your ass if you went too far away.
yes, yes.
Yeah, that's
But
what
yeah,
with being married and the kids.
Yeah.
I've been
I
trying.
can't
I've been
go,
trying my best to
you
get up
know,
there with
I think I
Midwest,
can't
trying to
go
get
back to
help
New
him
York.
out.
yeah. Well, buddy, we catch more down there than here, bud. And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
yeah, I'm going to travel and mark my words. I'm going to make my mark one way or another.
Well, it was
Right.
great because I mean I went to Massachusetts with AFA, and ended up it was supposed to be a week and ended up being 3 weeks. But I mean we went to Brian's. We audited up in Maine. We went to we went everywhere, Brian, didn't we?
They left.
And we
They left when my alcohol ran out. They left. All right. That's all I'm gonna say. When all my alcohol was gone, they just blew out of town.
You better have Bud if I go up
You were a
there.
Boy Scout in short supply.
Yeah.
That's your own fucking fault.
No, we had a great time. You know, they came up. We put them up, and you know, we had one bedroom and we squeezed everybody in there. But it was my daughter gave up her room. Plus, we have a spare room. But it's good. I mean, you know, we always have extra room and so forth, and a lot of other people will open up a home to you and so forth if they know you. Auditors are welcomed around the
that's
country.
see I put auditors up here at my house. You know, before I've had No Name here. I've had Hoosier's been here. He hadn't stayed, but he's been here. Even Omaha, he's been here. AFA's been here. You know, 1A Hitchman's been here. So, you know, I put them up. Hey, we, you know, crashing on couches or on the floor, the extra room. I got a spare room. I told AFA I was going to start renting it to him when he comes to Indiana. But,
Oh man,
yeah.
man, and that's like a big sign of the camaraderie in the community. And you know, that's another thing I want to be a part of. I mean, not only are you in our auditing community life, you get to see the other side of things. You know what I mean? Because we all live double lives.
Well, and this is where I'm going to bring up the dark side. Okay,
Oh,
we
man.
were a community. We were all the camaraderie you could ask for. Okay, and we started to go in different directions.
We got sideways.
We got sideways and so forth, and
You know,
things, and we let people take us in directions that we shouldn't have gone. We need to stand side by side. We're auditors. We're here for the First Amendment, Second Amendment, all the amendments. We're constitutionalists. If that's what we're here to do, that's what we need to do. Right?
Yeah.
Don't let people sway you to left or right. Stay in the center. You know,
Yeah.
do what you do and don't worry about what everybody else is doing. Worry about what our job to do is and so forth. You know, God put you here for a reason. If you're religious, great. If you're not, that's fine. But you know, if this is what you're meant to do, then do it. Go for it and embrace it. There's a reward in this, and you may not see it today, but one of these days you're going to be standing beside a car, and you're going to see that officer try to do something that violates somebody's human rights or somebody's rights, and you're going to be there to stop it, and you're going to realize why you do this, and that's where the reward comes from.
Yeah, we are literally. I've said this one before. We are the foot soldiers of our Constitution. You
We are
know,
the front
this
line.
is
The front
yes,
line.
a front line. So I mean, and that's one of the reasons I want to do it. It's not about the views. It's not about none of that. I just want to change some shit. That's all.
Yeah. you're not going to get rich doing this, so don't ever get into it for the money. You know,
No.
the reason I was so happy to have News Now Ninja on last night, that man's only been doing this for 4 months, and he's already got 15,000 people on his and so forth. It just goes to show you, if you do the work, if you get out there and you turn the camera on, because you're not turning the camera on, you're not doing nothing. The camera's got to come on. Get out there, turn the camera on, let people see what you're doing, and the subscribers will come.
That's right.
And that man proved it. That's why I was so happy to have him here yesterday. And we've got other guys that are going to come at the same situation. But if you're a new auditor, just do the work. Don't worry about how many subs you've got today, because within the next few months you're going to have all you need if you're doing the work.
Right. Because I was making mistakes. News Ninja brought it up last night on your panel that keep some content back in case you can't get something every day. You know what I mean? So I messed up the other day and I had like maybe 35, 45 minutes of content, and I posted it all in one day like a jackass. So there's ways around that where you can still put the work in and go do new things also.
All right, I gotta jump in. I gotta go off to bed, but I'll be in chat.
All right, thanks for coming up.
Appreciate it.
Thank you for coming up.
All right,
it was
guys.
great talking to you.
Peace out, 420.
All right, guys.
And 420, you and I'll get a chance to talk sometime.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Be safe,
All right.
You have a good night.
Guys.
Later, Bubba.
Good night.
Night.
Hey, I just wanted to say something for a person that's on the panel right now. Thank you, D. Jones, for being such a great mod over on my channel.
Oh, you're welcome.
I am honored to have you as a mod.
You always have a good chat. I like coming over there.
Oh, I love upstates. I'll be there at 7:30 every day. Every day. I mean, the dude took me under, and the first time he told me to come up in like mid-November last year, he was like, yeah, it's been like that ever since. And it feels great. It feels great.
Every auditor out there, needs an attaboy or a pat on the back or a
little push.
Good game, whatever. I mean, every single auditor needs to hear that. And, whether or not you do it in their chat or in a comment on one of their videos or whatever, that's what we want to hear. It gives us more inspiration to go out and do better next time. And if I or somebody else did something wrong, let us know and we'll correct that shit. But D. Jones has always steered me right, even when I was not doing my panels, and I was always over here on Brian's, and she always treated me right. She always was cool. So it's a big honor to have you as a mod on my channel.
Oh, I love you guys. And what people don't realize is you guys build these channels. This is, you work at it. You're proud of it. You're proud of your work. And people don't realize how much you really put into it. And I'm proud to see some of you guys' work. I'd like to go in, watch your videos, and leave a comment. Hit a like and hit a comment. It helps with your analytics. I mean, this is important stuff. And I appreciate all you guys being out there. And I do, I try to get on your videos and keep you going, because everybody needs a pat on the back. I mean, it's all of us working together. That's the whole point, is everybody trying to do this together. We need to teach people. It's not that I know everything. It's just that what knowledge I do have, I try to pass on to somebody. And that's what makes it work. All of us trying to, go by the Constitution and stand by it.
It's knowledge if you don't pass it along to others to help them.
And if you don't use your rights, you lose them.
That's it. They're like muscles.
Yep.
You know,
I just put that.
go ahead.
That's crazy.
I
I just said that in my last video that I made when I went to the PD. I said, if you do not use your rights, you lose your right.
You stand on your second to keep your first.
Yep.
exactly.
You know,
Well,
that's the reason we stopped you today.
yeah.
Sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, what a pun!
I don't
Come
know what's
on.
going on with my internet.
I've got a
It's
good
snowing
idea,
pretty
John.
bad here.
You
So.
tell the big guy he owes me $7 for that pun, all right? $7 for advertisement.
Mama D,
Yeah.
I've got an idea for a group audit. I don't think Louisville Airport has ever been audited.
Whoa.
Midwest
Same here.
and
Same
Oh,
here.
Chuck
Same here
and
with the
you.
Nashville airport.
That's
It
scary
has
messing
been
with TSA.
Yeah, let KY talk.
Midwest and Chuck and Mama D and Hoosier and Jeremiah Payne from Last Days gets 5 or 6 or 7 because it's a big airport. Get 5 or 6 or 7 of you together, groups of 2 or 3, and split up and do 2 or 3 areas at a time, so they're not all concentrated on one group, and hit them from hit them from 2 or 3 different sides.
This is the worst fucking pizza I ever had.
And they've never been audited. I've been here 20 years and they've never been audited.
Rock
wow.
on, fucking KY. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
You guys can collect 6 or 7, 8, 10 people, and like I said, divide up groups of 2 or 3 and hit them.
Yeah.
Hell,
Man,
somebody, I think somebody be getting arrested in that one.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
There's
I don't
gonna be a
know.
there's gonna be a possibility.
Not with all the attention the Breonna Taylor case is brought here in Louisville. The police are minding their P's and Q's.
Oh yeah. Well, see, but you'd be messing with the TSA.
Right. But call the police. The police are going to be real hesitant. They're going to be hesitant because we just fired our police chief again for the second time in 2 years. So
do the fucking police department first.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Hit them motherfuckers so they know. Them, the sheriff, highway patrol.
Yep.
Hit all them motherfuckers before you even go to the airport.
That's what Jeremiah's been doing.
dude.
He's been hitting all the state patrol and the state police.
That'd be interesting because I haven't ever seen any auditors do an airport. I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah,
I've seen it.
Oh yeah.
There was news now.
It's been done.
Houston, he did VNA here in Nashville about 3 years ago, but it has not been audited since he audited it 3 years ago.
I've seen about 4 or 5 videos on airports.
Yeah, but that was a good idea.
That is a good idea, KY. I don't know. We might have to get together with that. You know,
a lot of clicks.
Oh,
you gotta. Everybody'd have to coordinate and get money together for fuel and.
Who's picking up all the air?
And I live here, so if you need
air tickets,
I've got a CX5. So if you need, I can drive people around. You know, if you want to divide up and go split up, I can help transport.
Well, see, if we get Steven to fly us in, we can come in from another.
There you go.
Not used to.
There you go.
That's what I want to say. Hey, Steven, I hope you get to feeling better, and we support you here, and we hope you get better. Miss you being in the chats.
Absolutely, miss him being around.
Rogue Nation, that's where I saw him. Yeah, Rogue Nation does airports.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
And if you watch some of his videos, it'll tell you how to approach it, how to approach the audit.
And those who don't know, Stephen fell down a couple of times the other day and bruised up and broken up some ribs, and so he's nursing some ribs and so forth. So his nurse is keeping him close to the chair in the bed, I think. And so once he gets done nursing that, he'll be back. And I guess he wants to let everybody know that he is still around. I think his daughter has probably pulled the reins tight.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, he's got a wonderful little daughter. she takes good care of him.
Yes, yes. But hey, KY, I mean, that's a good idea. That's something that might, that'll be some work to put together, to coordinate it. But that would really be a good idea. I'd enjoy going, getting that together and doing that.
God, I
could,
want to go
yeah, I could.
backstage so quick and tell
Add a
you
little
all
larger
about
channel.
this.
That'll be a lot of clicks. You get a lot of views and stuff like that.
Well, we're going to be wrapping it up here in a little bit, so we'll do the backstage thing. So anybody in the chat would like to jump up here and ask any questions or ask any questions from the chat, feel free to do so before the guys all jump backstage.
Yeah, JC's in the chat, and he said that Eric Brandt and all them guys have done the airports, but that JC, that's the you're talking about the big hitters when you get to Eric Brandt and stuff. Those guys, and there's some big hitters. Those are the ones to look up to.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
And when they see those names, they usually what?
Hey.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, Brian.
Hello.
Hi. How's
Oh,
everybody doing?
Shelly. Hello,
What's up,
hello,
D.
Shelly.
Johns? KY. Hey.
Cute.
Missed you, girl.
I missed you guys too. I just got out of the recording studio, so I'm coming up to say hey to everybody and see how my favorite auditors are doing.
Now, I just had a show of auditors, and I know you are part auditor. Where the hell have you been?
I know. I should have been up last night, actually, when you had some other people up, and then tonight I figured let me just stop by. And yeah, the auditing community is where I started out, guys. And it's what I truly believe in, and it's what I think we should continue doing. A lot of people are getting fucking arrested. The dog is going crazy too over it. He's all for the First Amendment that I can hear. But
It sounds like the dog doesn't answer questions either.
Not at all.
He's pretty vocal about it.
Hey, Brian, look in a private chat.
Yes, sir. No,
So you got Wolfie Gladly there?
No, Shelly's one of my favorite female auditors, so I always love to get her up here.
Well, I would love
time and so
to.
forth.
No, I would love to go up and audit with you one of these days. I haven't seen you out there. And I know you're doing a lot of panels and stuff.
I know. You come up and do an audit, but it's so cold, I don't know. You would probably freeze your little tush off if you come up here now.
Probably so, but it's kind of cold here too. All the way on the west side.
Yeah,
I think some of those pine trees and that snow.
You don't know what cold is.
So you don't know what cold is till you get up above this.
Never quite seen the snow ever. So
Be up here by Canada.
Oh
my gosh.
No.
I stood there and looked across Lake Champlain, and you could see Canada, and I was just amazed. And Brian took us down into this area. Well, not down, it's up in the area. First time I've ever seen a live moose. He came out across the road and into the woods, and it was amazing.
That is
and then
cool.
I've talked to Gracia. They've got snow out the wazoo up there. I'm just like dying to get up there and sit on Brian's porch and drink a beer with him. It's like, damn it. We have just such a good time. And oh, by the way, Brian, when we was up there, I do remember a time that me, Gracia, and Anna went to the liquor store and bought $200 worth of liquor and left all of it at the house.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that live video too. That was crazy. Actually, D. Johns, y'all got ripped.
We just, we just had fun. We had good fun, with good friends.
Yeah, but
most people don't videotape it. We videotape it.
That's because you guys knew you wouldn't be able to remember it, so you had to.
we did drink some liquor. Poor Josh. He just he could that glass never. Cause my wife is a terrible host. Terrible host. She's the worst.
She can get that mixer going, and I'll tell you what, she can come up with some drinks. Now I'll tell you what.
Yeah,
but
that's what I hear.
This is what I want.
All right,
Yeah.
token it. That's right.
Hell
That's how he
yeah.
does it.
But
Is that
but
420
now
Toke
I,
time.
somewhere?
all I can say is poor D.
Gotta have at least that much.
Poor D. She ate food that she never thought she'd eat, but my God, she was able to eat it. So.
Oh my God, Brian's wife is the best cook that I've ever had. I mean, wonderful host. There was stuff that she made that I went over into the kitchen and got the bowl itself that she was, serving people. I got the whole bowl and just ate it myself. It was like, I'm not even sharing.
Well, that explains how Brian looks so healthy.
Oh my God,
Yes.
she's one of the I've never had. She's a close friend now, and be outside of auditing and inside auditing, she's just a wonderful person, and I love her to death. Love her to death.
I
Brian got
hate it.
lucky.
I hate it because I like going out to restaurants, but my wife is one of those people that she cooks better. I'd rather have my wife's food than the restaurant food. So it's like when we go out, it's like a down step.
Exactly. I mean, and she even prepares everything and just sets. I mean, she sets a beautiful table. It's, oh my God, Brian, I don't know how you did it, but she's one of the best. Don't ever get rid of her. She's the best thing you've ever had in your life.
Don't ever get rid of her.
Sure.
That would be a dumb move to make if you did that, Brian.
She keeps reminding me that would be a dumb move.
That'd be a real dumb move.
I
Watch
just
your
want to give
P's and Q's.
I just want to give a shout out to one of your mods down in chat. I want to give a shout out to Tonkin in the UK. First of all, IR6, baby. And also, Shelly, you could cuff me up anytime. LOL. Well, hey there, baby. let's take this to a new level of auditing.
For those who have never seen my wife, that's my wife.
Beautiful woman.
Oh
Great
my
person.
God, she's so beautiful.
And you got to go beyond that. She's a good person. She's a she's a good wife. She's a good mother.
Crazy and shit.
She'll run you out of her kitchen with a knife. But don't ever think that Brian runs that house, because no, he doesn't. That's her house, and she runs that house.
Quiet.
I thought the little one ran the house.
Well, that too.
Both of his girls do, actually.
Let's just say I'm the last one to run this house, and I have to admit it.
Yeah.
Well, her smile definitely reaches her eyes, and look at that.
Yeah.
Brian runs it because she said he can.
Yeah, I run it when she says I can run it. When she's out. But no, it's nice to have you guys here tonight. It's this is the brotherhood and sisterhood that we're gonna have. We turned sideways for a bit. We forgot where we're going, and this is the direction that we need to stay in. This is the 1A community we need to be, and this is what you're going to see from my panels from now on. Will be educational. They will be, if not educational, they'll be fun, and we'll try to get some information out there. This is what we do. This is how we're going to make a difference. And if we're not making a difference, then we're part of the problem. So,
Brian, would it be okay if I just mentioned that it sounds like there's a low rumble?
Yeah, we
rumbling, mumbling, an underlying tone below everybody's words. So I just want to make sure that it's not me, and try and pinpoint who it is, so we can maybe switch around the screens. That'll be really, really big help, probably.
Hey, Brian, I got an idea for you.
What's that?
We could make a monitor and have the mods up on panel.
Look at Upstate.
And you could actually see us, and you could talk to us, because it takes between the channel and the moderators, that's what keeps everything going, and then everybody that subscribes. So I think it might be fun to
to get up there and have all of us up there. You know, I like to have six banger up there and Heidi and all of us. You know, Tonkin.
Would anybody like to talk about the importance of a good host?
Sure.
Nobody?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nobody?
Yes.
Well,
I do.
that's a given, Brian. I mean,
Do you know of any?
we forget to tell you because you already know, so we forget to bring it up.
And he points to himself.
We love you, Brian. You know we do.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, I'm glad somebody does.
yeah. I mean, dude,
Absolutely.
if it wasn't for you last night, I don't think News Ninja would ever sub to me, dude. And like, I came on here and you made that happen, so you're like one of the best now.
Keep here because we got some big guys coming. We got some stuff coming in. We're working on some stuff. And,
yeah, I'm really trying to help you out on that too.
Yeah,
Me too.
Yeah, Midwest guy both have SoCal. If you
Get
would
Big
go.
Nick over. Wouldn't it
Yeah.
be nice to see Big Nick up here? Let's get some big hitters up in here too.
Fuck
Get the new guys and the big hitters up here would be great.
No,
SJBT.
I've
James
reached out.
Freeman.
GV.
I've reached out. So
yeah, if we get some of these big guys up here.
Oh yeah, I got about 3 or 4 people I have in mind that I'll try to bring up. I'm not going to say who they are though. I'll run it by you first and check with check on the political view of all of it. So it's about politics and people.
I don't
and all
care
that crap.
political view. We won't talk politics. We'll talk.
So it's only 1A then, right? Is that that's where we stand with it then?
That's the only thing
We are constitutionalists. We're constitutionalists. We aren't politicians. Constitutionalists, we're going to talk about stuff pertaining to the Constitution. Remember, the Constitution of the United States says that we can smoke pot now. Okay, it doesn't say that, but I think it should. Okay.
Permission to smoke.
Is that one that you wrote in the back of the book? I can see Brian with his little black pen.
That's what it was.
I'll vote for that.
I told to that. So we got
My book
Midwest
says it's okay.
Transparency. Hey, how are you doing? I just came up. Actually, I just came on like 2 hours. Oh, he's 2 hours and 7 minutes in. So I just got up. I saw a couple new faces up, and I just wanted to meet them and see what's up. Maybe you guys could drop the links. Anybody who's Brian's friend is my friend. And I am definitely trying to reach out and check out some new auditors. Well, you're not new, but you're new to me. So yeah.
Tomorrow the show is going to be bring your favorite video. So if you are an auditor and you have a cop watch or a video, I don't care if you want, bring somebody else's video. Please get their permission.
Oh hell yeah!
Bring someone else's video and we'll get little highlights of it and so forth, and talk about that video and talk about what you'd have done different or what you think they did correctly.
That's right, Anna. You hear that? You gotta see if there's any videos from Josh, any videos of the 500 videos, and bring one of those up, like your favorite one. Okay, Anna.
Hey.
Yeah, and this is probably the best time to critique Josh because he's a little preoccupied and he can't.
Yes.
So this is the best time to critique
Good
Josh.
call.
I would, yeah.
Good call.
Hey, Brian, Biggie sized me for a second.
What's that?
Biggie sized me for a second.
Hold on, where are you?
Look at show him his shirt. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got your back.
Your back. Sweet.
What have we been talking about the whole time? The whole time.
Upstate with his shirts, but he has some good ones. He really does. Love that.
Anarchy chick, I just sent my link in the private chat.
Okay,
Yeah.
is this News Now? What does it say? I'm sorry, I can't see the whole word.
News Now Preston.
News Now Preston. All right, cool. Thank you.
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. And you can check me out at Anarchy Chick. I have a few cop watches on there and audit.
Brian, share my screen.
Are you gonna porn bomb me?
Yeah, right.
Oh, here we go.
Doggy porn.
Oh shit.
Oh God, don't do that shit. Oh, we can't.
Shit.
Look,
Oh,
Fuck outta here.
shit.
I thought it was
Fuck
going
you,
to be his
KY.
dog or something. I thought it was going to be his dog or something.
It was.
Snuggled right up there.
Snuggled right up.
All right, take it off the big screen. Who else has something to show? It's show and tell.
Oh Lord.
Hey, Shelley, did you get a chance to watch last night?
What did you say?
Did you get a chance to watch last night?
What? Oh yeah, I did. You had Ninja. You had News Now Ninja, right? Was that last night?
Yep.
The days
And
are
California.
blending together.
And California up there too.
Of course, I was all up in the chat with that orange. Oh my God, dude. It took me a while to get off laughing and crying over that before I could actually listen to him because I'm so immature. So after that, then I was able to really focus on what he was saying. And the dude has wisdom in the community. He really fucking does. Okay, let's put it that way.
Yeah. He's definitely an OG. I mean, he's one of the people been around a while. He's got, he knows this shit. Yeah, he sent me he sent me back a thing this morning saying that they really enjoyed it and that they would definitely be back. They would be back in the future, and thought that we had done things well, and was happy with the way it went. This was the first panel he'd ever done, so he was hoping it would work out well. So it looks like we may have.
I'll bring in a picture.
Friend.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought them on. That was really, really cool. I'll bring in a picture of me with my dreadlocks.
Oh man, that panel was so good last night. I mean,
yeah, it was.
Yeah, and especially the question I asked them, it kind of everybody stopped in their tracks for a minute, and it got silent. And I'm like, I'm waiting for somebody to answer me. Let's go, and then Ninja and Phil go off camera.
Yeah.
They did. They really did. And I was like, thank you for answering me.
What?
And I know who the fourth guy is too.
What's up, William W?
He was waiting for his gold bar, and I showed him the gold bar.
Oranges.
But yeah, so it looks like we made a friend. So he said him and Ninja would be back this way again. So that's good. So we're trying to make friends like that in the future. It's nice to have new people coming in and saying hi and so forth, and giving us words of wisdom while they're here, and how things have changed that we may not be aware of and stuff. So.
Well, and also it's great to have you're bringing the East Coast and the West Coast and the South all together and the Midwest, and that's a good thing.
I'm hoping I can get.
We're taking over the country. They're trying to arrest people unconstitutionally, and then here we come rolling up. And if we're respectful, we can actually educate. And you know what? California said? He goes, it's called No, fuck, I messed it up. Edutaining. No, how did he say it, right? Edutaining?
Oh, I can't. Yeah, something like that. I don't remember now.
Yeah,
Educainment. Educate. Oh, fuck, I don't know how to say it. I wrote it down. It's entertainment and education, but it's educatement. I can't fucking say it. I'm about to say a bad word, I feel like.
And that's why
edutainment from shit like that.
And that's why I love my job.
I'm bad, D-John. It's all right.
That's why.
Keep it clean, please. I knew that was coming.
It just slipped.
Coming. All right.
That's why I love my Shelley.
Love you lots, Brian. I just saw that Brian the Uniter. Love it, Brian. Yeah, you have when Brian makes his mind up to do something, he sets out to do it, he accomplishes it, and it's with us, it's with the moderators, it's with his subscribers to make that happen, and that's where the unitedness comes from. unification
Well,
comes from.
Veronica, thank you very much, Veronica. We have a new member to the family here. Veronica, you're welcome here. I hope you come up on the panel sometime. You're welcome on the panel anytime. And one other thing,
Entertainment. Thank you, William W.
Yeah.
God dang.
Since you're here on the, God, that noise is bugging the heck out of me.
That's you, Brian.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it stopped.
Oh,
Something
Brian,
about,
all this
I love the
time,
Patriots. I
you
love the
got to
Patriots.
be
I love the Patriots.
fucking kidding me.
Whoa. Brian, you better come back.
No wonder you hadn't been getting any super chats, man. Come on.
What the fuck?
Hey guys, if you want to super chat to Brian,
Now
he
it's
gets
Midwest.
college and he may even buy a new microphone. So if we can hook him up with that, that'd be awesome. Oh, son's a bitch. Son of a
William
bitch.
William W. If that one wasn't good enough, I've got some more.
I still. Oh my gosh.
Now Midwest is doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Midwest.
So actually, if one of the mods could put their links down into the chat, that'd be awesome because I'm gonna drop down and check them out. Check them out, baby. And
Kay Weisman,
and then I'm gonna
Kay
go
Weisman
say,
posting them.
Oh, we did. Okay, and then I'm gonna go say goodnight to somebody who is not on panel nor chat. Okay, because he's on the other side. All right, guys, he's on the other side, and I'm trying to unite us. I've been doing this for a fucking year, Brian. Now you pulled it off within 2 days. Come on.
I know. Here we go. Well, you know, actually, before you leave, we've got to let you know, D. Johns, where do we stand, NNE and AFA now?
We're united.
We're one.
We're one.
Thank the Lord Jesus
Holy shit,
Christ.
I heard the divorce and the fucking remarriage.
Gosh, D. Johns, that
Holy
is good
shit.
shit to hear, dude.
We
Oh
are
my
one.
gosh, Brian.
Mess with AFA, and
That's
you've got the
historic.
wrath of NNE.
Oh man, I got a smile from ear to ear. Thank you, D. Johns, for making that happen. Oh my gosh.
Actually, we've got to thank Numi. We've got to thank
Numi trolled the fuck out of Polly last night, Polly.
Did he?
I hope you got that. No, Numi did. Numi.
And,
oh damn, I just blasted it.
Well, we're going to thank Numi. We're going to thank Anna.
Sorry,
we're going to thank Mid Ohio, and we're going to thank D. Johns. We all got together, and you know, we had some differences. We sewed through our differences, came to common ground, and
Well,
now
we got no name was in
Yep,
there,
yep,
and
No Name.
FB Tuna, and Cameras of Mass Destruction. We all worked together. We all worked our problems out.
You got a clean slate. One door
my
shuts
God.
and another one opens, and then there you go. Everybody's together.
I wanted to poke that cameras in the fucking eye.
Uh-oh.
He's going like this. Oh my God, I wonder.
Video chat is hell with
that
9-10 people in it.
I bet. And with Anna laughs constantly.
And you're trying to-
even fucking
Anna laughs inappropriately at everything. It's like I just want to reach out and choke her sometimes. That laugh.
I love
it never
Anna.
it never fails. If you're in a bad mood or if you're upset, talk to Anna. She will laugh and she will get you in a good mood. She does it every single time. She's the most optimistic looking person in the world.
She is very blessed with that. Yep, you're right. Mm-hmm.
Heidi's good at that too.
I almost said, fuck it. When I kept seeing him, I thought, my God, they've all gone nuts. I don't want anything to do with it. But then it was okay.
So before I go, I just wanted to say that KY Packer Fan is requesting a PayPal of $1,900. If anybody wants to donate to KY Packer Fan, he would be more than happy to accept that from you. Okay, that's
sure. You sure it isn't $800?
I want $800.
We stepped it up a notch since the reuniting.
Yes, William wants one of those. I said, send me $1,900. You can have one.
What? A bouillon? Is it a bouillon or whatever?
Yes, that's gold coin. It's solid,
Wow.
1 ounce solid gold.
Can I see it again? Because I had it on the other screen real quick.
Hold on.
No, I
Say
want to
it,
see
say
the
it.
real thing. The real one.
I've got one.
That's
That's
on a
all.
screen, isn't it?
There.
Oh,
There's
shit.
his.
And those are his? Oh, damn. I've always wanted to have a bunch of those.
I spent 30 grand last week and bought some.
Well, I would show you my
Oh,
I'd show
well,
you
damn.
my Bitcoin, but they ain't worth shit today.
Oh, you were making out a couple days ago. What happened? It went down on you?
It's a buying.
That
a
whole
buying-
sentence sounded really bad.
It's a buying opportunity. Let's just say buy.
Yeah, they went down, but they're headed back up.
Bye.
Well,
Silver and gold.
Well, I got down low, and I said I either have to buy or I have to cry. I cried and then I bought.
All right, Brian.
I was always told silver, gold, and land. I can't ever take it away
Absolutely.
from you.
Life, liberty, and the
Absolutely.
pursuit of property. All right, Brian. good talking to you. Midwest News Now. Also KY and Upstate. D. John, so good to see you again. And
DFK is still up here.
DFK is
Can you
DFK
believe that? Me and DFK are on the same panel. Oh my God.
And he didn't do you.
This
I
is
know.
this is a whole new level. I mean,
I'll tell you.
like you would not even know.
The last time DFK and I were on the same panel, we wanted to kill each other. So this is where we've gone so far.
Look
So
how
this is
how
a
far
good thing.
2021 has gotten us so far. I'm looking forward to the rest of
Absolutely.
this year. Bye, guys. Love you.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Take it easy.
Well, everybody in the chat, it's time. It's that time of the night where we all say goodbye. So I'm going to end the broadcast. You all take care. Love you all. Thank you
All
for
right.
being here tonight.
Peace out, everybody.
Before
And
you
he-
end it, Brian, I want to say
Everybody on the panel, stay here though.
Yeah, we're gonna have a little backstage.
Go ahead,
okay.
Midwest. Or who was that? Preston? Whoever
Yeah.
was
that was
talking.
Preston.
Go ahead.
I just wanted to say to everybody before he ended that is in chat that are not on panel, thank y'all for y'all's job that y'all do, and thank y'all for providing the information that everybody needs to understand their rights and to succeed in this world.
Exactly.
Yep.
Thanks, you guys. It's really
Yeah.
nice meeting you guys.
Yeah.
We'll get together sometime.
I'm finally glad I got a voice behind the name.
Yeah.
I know in several chats where I've seen D. Johns, I've said bro.
Well, I think we're gonna stream No Name because it looks like he just got pulled over.
Oh shit.
No Name or Shelly.
Uh-oh.
No name. No
Oh,
name's
okay.
been out auditing.
Yep.
Yeah, he's been out harassing the police all night. He's been chasing him around. That's where I was before I came here.
Oh, did
Yeah,
he,
he-
did
Myrtle
he
Beach.
take care of that? Did he take care of that warrant then? That felony he had?
No. But that's do not extradite. They're not willing to extradite more than one state away.
Right. All right.
Yeah, he's been arrested and released, so that I do believe that warrant's been null and void.
Right.
I'm not for sure, but it I don't know what.
They put it out that they're not willing to extradite more than one state away.
Right.
So
Yeah,
if he's
especially
more
with
than one
COVID
state
right
away,
now.
they're not going to bother him.
Especially
he's
with
not
this
a-
COVID going around. They don't want
Yeah.
they don't want to transport.
Exactly.
He didn't murder no somebody, so he's good.
Yeah.
Right.
They're looking for the real bad boys right now. And people with faster computers than me. This thing is, I can't wait till I get my new computer. It's supposedly on its way. I don't know, probably on its way from freaking China or something. I don't
By
know.
slow camel train through Canada.
Well, they claim that they're coming out of cops.
Tennessee.
No Name put out a good audit, or earlier he put a new one out too that
Yeah,
he
he
just
was
did. So
live.
that, yeah,
That's the one he was talking about uploading during his live.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Well, right now he was talking about that one, but I'm looking in the chat and I think he's
Okay, listen.
here we go. It's SC Cop Watch. That's a new auditor right there.
Anna, share to Facebook, share it to Twitter. Share it.
Go full screen, Brian.
I'm trying to. This computer's so slow. I'm trying to do everything. It's just slow to do it.
All right, so we're on a retaliatory stop for filming, guys. Retaliatory. They could be looking out for the person that did this, but they'd rather stop us.
There we go. That's how slow my computer is. Sorry, guys.
But
we're around the crime scene.
Well, we showed up there. They weren't right when they showed up. So
I did a loopy around, came back.
He just wanted to go after you. Why didn't you get what crime?
Did you guys find him yet?
No, not yet. That's
So
it,
you're
man.
still looking for him?
Yeah. It's one of those things. When we're doing something like this, and then
You're canvassing the area, huh?
Right. It doesn't look right when the same car comes by you 3 times, and it's like, all right, what's going on? We don't know that you're doing what you're doing. You get what I'm saying? So we're just doing our job, making sure. Because guess what? If he was in the car with you, and you just riding by, we wouldn't know.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
You don't know who it is.
100%.
Okay.
All right, guys. Y'all have
Stay
a very nice
safe.
night. Thank you.
Yep.
Driving 3 times by.
What crime's that?
Why would you have any warrants?
Is that a felony? I'm not sure. If that's a felony.
No, don't say that,
In
Dave.
Connecticut.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Yep.
Tell him to tell us what happened. You know.
Shit.
We just gave that dude enough time to get away.
Don't say that while I'm streaming.
They'd be their fucking stupidity.
Yep. Oh. Wasting that time with us. At the same time, here we go, guys. We're going to goddamn. That was a goddamn. I was waiting for that. Dude, he was gonna have his
IDU.
Dude, he was gonna have his hands full the second he tried to ID me.
I think that's a case of
I thought
driving
they were
while
trying to ID
auditor.
All right. What happened was is that we went to go film a robbery because we heard it was a
Is
stand
that
up,
a
and we drove
felony
around
or
the parking lot, I
misdemeanor?
guess, 3 times. So that made us
Both.
suspicious, quote unquote, to this officer that just pulled us over, and they pulled SC Cop Watch over with me, and they forced him to identify. They pulled him over for he drove around the parking lot 3 times illegally, which is basically not illegal, but that's what they're gonna go with. Suspicious to them, but I mean that's not a problem. That's not a reason to stop us because he did come behind us one time and run the plate. At the same time, I was waiting for them to try to identify me, which they didn't. Which they would have been sorry if they tried.
Which it's kind of like fishy. If they're going to ID me, why didn't they ID you?
I don't know.
If they're looking for a robbery suspect, how do they know you weren't in it? You know what I mean?
I don't know. I think it's the way that radio call went over. I think the goddamn guy that's working the store is in with the guy that took the cigarette. Somebody robbed the store for
$200 worth of cigarettes.
$200 worth of cigarettes, which 4 cartons. That's $50 a piece down here, probably roughly $50-$60 a piece. So that's not worth doing that. So basically, I think it's an inside job. That's my personal opinion, but I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, there's a camper dealership right behind there. The guy's probably in one of those fucking campers. But I mean, they're over here. They'd rather pull me in jail. I mean, SC Cop Watch.
He didn't want to tell me whether it was a traffic stop or not.
Yeah, he didn't. He didn't ID me though. He was gonna have his hands full. He knew damn well. They knew damn well they're not gonna ID me. They probably already knew who I was.
I didn't dare hand him my fucking concealed carry permit.
No. If you ever handed them that, we would be still on the side of the road. I'd be doing the hokey pokey.
I got my Second Amendment with me.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm glad tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's $2.25 a gallon right here, right? And that's $1.80 back there, $1.90. Right, like that gas station probably ain't getting no business. I was in there before, got a soda. She's like, it's been slow tonight. Well, it's been slow because all the gas stations around you are $1.90. You're 225. That's why you're down. That's why you've been slow.
That'll do
That's
it.
why it hurts tonight. $2. What's that? Dunkin' Donuts.
Finally, we got fucking pulled over.
Finally got pulled over, man. He passed on that. He didn't identify. He didn't say who he was. He never told you who he was.
I didn't ask you. I didn't think to. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You should have told me to ask him.
Mm-hmm.
Rookie move.
I should have too. I think if they didn't have a camera there, that would have been a whole different way. You're lucky that we were lucky that I was rolling on a live stream.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
They're learning. I mean, he's they can work with each other, and SC's a new auditor, and I
Right.
mean it's good. No Name's been at it for a little bit, not a long time, but he's pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Well, he's had a lot of experience. He was trained by a very good person, Josh Abrams. Is arguably probably one of the better auditors that there is. I mean, he's if you watch a lot of his videos, he's probably got some of the best verbal judo out there right now. So if you have a chance to be with a good auditor like that, it doesn't take long. You can learn and pick up a lot of stuff.
Well, I tell you what, No Name and AFA have got some really good videos that they put out together on audits. Hell, I've got one of their audits when I was with them in downtown Massachusetts. We were downtown and A1 department number 1, and we had a big run-in with the police down there, and they put hands on Josh, and he's got some good ass videos. I've got one on mine, but I've never released my end of it. But
thank you, Anna. Every dollar goes to Rhea. Rhea, my daughter, I should say. Now that's a good example right there of what we do. I mean, that if somebody gets stopped like that, we'll go over. We'll start mirroring them. That way, if something goes wrong, then we have twice as many people watching it, or twice as many people chance to watch it. At least.
Well, yeah, they can't say the witnesses don't help because it's the technological age. I mean, there can be witnesses seeing this shit without actually being there.
Exactly. You can say that you're watching the film and that's it. I was trying to think there was something else I was going to say, but I've lost what it was. I forgot while I was listening to No Name. So does anybody else have anything that they'd like to say before we shut down? We were going to shut down the chat before. Anybody else have anything?
I wanted to say one thing about all auditors, actually, especially the new ones. Don't try and be like any other auditor. Definitely don't try and be like me, because I'm the kind of person that doesn't back down, don't care, and it's only because I was pushing the police here. You try that shit in your town, and your life will go to the ground and wear those fucking bracelets.
Yeah, you've got to audit to the area that you're in. You've got to be, know what the cops are going to let you, how far they're going to let you push and so forth without the bracelets. But there comes a time though that you have to stand up for what's right. And if it comes obvious to the point of where the right means you get the bracelets, then maybe you get the bracelets. All of us end up doing it at some point in time.
Right.
More than one time I've stood there and said, give me the bracelets. I did that in Harrison, Maine. I went back and defied a no trespassing on public property and asked them to put the cuffs on me, and they decided not to do it. So there comes a time that, you have to stand up, and that's, where it goes.
Gotta know when to push the buttons.
Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. What's that?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, chat, I'm going to shut you down now. Y'all take care now. Thank you very much for being in here. And hit the bell. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. We would appreciate it. Love y'all and see you tomorrow night, 10:30. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.